Hello, my name is Miguel Rios, and I will be answering this question regarding the ecological footprint survey that we did. So, basically, my question, or what I'm going to answer, is going to be is there a correlation between the carbon footprint and factors such as food, shelter, mobility, services, or goods, and how this correlation differ between the United States and the Middle Eastern countries. So basically, this is what I will be talking today. So I will be showing you guys kind of a breakdown of what is a correlation, and then break down each analysis that I did. Um, so what is a correlation? A correlation is a statistical measure that expresses the extent to which two variables are linearly related. So we can have three types of correlation. Um, we can have positive correlation, negative correlation, and no correlation at all. So basically, the positive correlation just means as one variable increases, so does the other variable. In this case, the y variable is going up while the x variable is going up as well. For the negative correlation, it means as one variable increases, the other variable decreases. In this picture here, the basically the y values are going down while the x values are going up. And then no correlation, there's no relationship between the two variables. And then we can have different type of correlations, as in perfect positive, strong positive, weak positive, no correlation at all, weak negative, and strong negative, and perfect negative. And then here is kind of an example of a correlation. So as a student studied more time, they got better grades, basically. So for my analysis, I use this website called Tableau Public, which you could see the website here. You could make an account if you wanted to make an account. You would want to go to sign in, and then you can just go here and then just create an account, and then just follow to make the account. You don't have to make an account. You could just use this URL, and then you could see this analysis without making the account. So, anyways, this is kind of an overview of the different analysis I did, which there are basically a scatter plot with trending lines. With the trending lines would be the correlations, and then we have the blue line, which would be for the Middle Eastern countries, and the red line, which would be for the United States. So for the first analysis, I actually did an analysis of the correlation between food and carbon footprint. Um, so as we can see, for the United States, this red line is showing a positive correlation. It's not a strong correlation; it's a weak correlation. Um, Still, it's a positive correlation. We can also, I should mention, there are some interesting outliers here for the United States, um, which could be affecting the table. I mean the correlation line. Um, and then for the Middle Eastern countries, we have a negative weak correlation. We do have some outliers here for the Middle Eastern data. But yeah, these two differ, on which on the United States we have a positive correlation, and for the Middle Eastern countries we have a negative correlation. Um, So meaning that the United States, the higher food will increase the carbon footprint. On the other hand, it would be backwards. So the higher the food, the less uh, carbon footprint there will be. Okay, so for this is another analysis I did for the goods and the carbon footprint. As we can see here, with the United States correlation, we do have a negative one correlation, and once again, this outlier here could be affecting the correlation a little bit. It looks like it should be trending kind of upwards, just like the Middle Eastern correlation. And then for the Middle Eastern countries, we do have a positive one. It's not a strong one, but it's a positive correlation, meaning the higher the goods, the higher the carbon footprint. And then on the United States, it's basically backwards. And then the next analysis would be with the correlation with mobility and carbon footprints. In this case, we both correlations are um, positive. They're both weak since the line is not straight. And once again, we have the outlier here. Um, so yeah, both regions have positive correlation. So the higher mobility, the higher the carbon footprint. Um, yeah, and then here we do have another analysis, which would be the services, the service and carbon footprints. In this one, we both have I would say, a strong positive correlation, meaning the higher the services, the higher the carbon footprint in both regions. The blue with the Middle Eastern countries, and then the red for the United States here. So far this is the closest. So services and carbon footprint would be the ones that have the strongest um, correlation in between the both regions, as in United States and Middle Eastern countries. And then at last, we do have the shelter and the carbon footprints. Um, they both have a positive correlation, um, in which it looks like the United States have a strong correlation. Let me see here. I'm not sure if this outlier with it looks like it would have been the same even if the outlier wasn't here. So yeah, so the United States has a strong positive correlation, while the Middle Eastern countries just have a positive correlation at this time, meaning so the higher the shelter, um, the shelter value, it will be greater the carbon footprint value. So yeah, that was pretty much my analysis that I had, which I pretty much answer the question if there was a correlation, and if there was, if it was positive or negative, and what was the difference correlations between the United States and the Middle Eastern countries. So thank you.